Hello everyone, my name is Noventina Larasati Putri with student number 230204014. In this video, I want to share you about my article review for my extensive reading final test. So I chose the article titled Students' Perceptions of Using TED Talks as a Media to Improving Speaking Skill. It's written by Rizal and Johnson in 2023, and I got this journal from TELL, Teaching of English Language and Literature Journal. From the introduction of the article, the author explains the importance of English speaking skills, emphasizing that speaking is not just about conveying simple words, but also about conveying information and meaning. The author also discusses the usefulness of structured speaking in everyday life, especially for students. In this introduction, the author also explains how English is used in communication, namely the role of intonation, word stress, and clear articulation, which play an important role in giving meaning to spoken text. Not only that, the author also adds that information media is increasingly accessible and used as learning material in today's advanced world. The use of visual learning past video technology is one of the interesting things to use. The reason the author chose TED Talks as a learning medium is that TED Talks provides a wide variety of videos with informative and innovative and also inspiring topics presented by many people with their brilliant ideas. However, the author does not explicitly mention the research gap or previous research gaps, so the reasons for the urgency of the research are still not sufficiently reinforced. In fact, in academic writing, the research gap is important to show the contribution of the research. For the article summary, in this article, the participants selected by the author were 19 English major students who were in their 6th semester. The author chose a qualitative method to study this phenomenon. From the results of using TED Talks as a learning medium, many participants agreed that using TED Talks was quite effective and very easy to understand, and the topics chosen were also interesting. Not only that, the speakers in the TED Talks videos also used good and clear pronunciation, delivering the material in a flowing and focused manner. This article also presents several responses from participants after being exposed to TED Talk videos, and the author draws conclusions regarding the use of TED Talks in honing English language skills for use in everyday communication. However, this article has limitation in terms of the relatively small number of participants and the fact that they only come from one study program, so the generalization of the findings is still limited. For the article structure, the structure of this article is good and the paragraphs are neatly arranged and aligned, making it easy to read. However, this article does not have a literature review section, and in the findings and discussion section, the author only includes responses from five participants, even though the author obtained responses from 19 participants who filled out the questionnaire. In the discussion section, the author describes several factors that cause students to have difficulty honing their English language skills. In addition, the method section, the explanation of the data analysis technique is very brief, so that readers do not get a detailed picture of how the data was coded, categorized, and interpreted. For the article critic, number 1 is authority. This article was written by Rizal from Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa University and Tosi Ruth Syamsun from Special Needs School Kota Serang. Both authors come from institutions that are well established in the field of education, giving them the legitimate right to research English learning media, particularly speaking skills. This clear academic connections reinforces the validity of the statements made in this research. The second one is accuracy. The information presented in quite accurate because it is supported by previous theories and research on speaking skills, learning technology, and the use of audiovisual media. The author cites relevant sources such as UR in 1996, Brown, Burns, and Joyce, and also Sherman in 2023, and other studies. The data was obtained through questionnaires with open-ended questions so that it accurately describes the students' perceptions. Currency. This article was published in 2023, making it fairly recent and relevant to developments in modern learning technology. The topic of using TED Talks is also widely used and studied in various FL research, either in studies or making this article quite up to date. And relevancy. This article is highly relevant for teachers, lecturers, students, and researchers who want to understand how video-based media such as TED Talks can help improve speaking skills. The article is particularly relevant because it focuses on speaking as one of the most challenging skills for AFL learners. And objectivity. The article is written objectively. The author presents the questionnaire results as they are, based on the participants' answer, without manipulating or altering the students' views. The discussion also does not lead to any particular opinion, but only explain the students' perception based on the data. And stability. The sources used by the author are quite stable and accessible, such as the TED Talk platform, scientific journals, and language theory books. The references cited are also several academic journals commonly used to the FL research, ensuring the stability of the information. Analysis of graph. The article does not include graph, but uses tables containing summaries of students' responses. The presentation of data in tables and narrative descriptions is clear and informative. Even without graphs, the analysis is easy to understand because the author explains each findings in details. And the last part is conclusion. Overall, the article is well organized and provides a clear understanding of students' perception of the use of TED Talks in improving their speaking skills. The author found that TED Talks help in linguistic aspects such as in vocabulary, pronunciation, and fluency, as well as effective aspects such as confidence, overcoming anxiety. However, the article has many weaknesses, such as the absences of a separate literature review section and the presentation of only 5 out of the total of 19 participants in the findings section. Nevertheless, the article still makes an important contribution to the development of digital media-based speaking learning. I think that's all from my article review, and I will not forget to attach the article in YouTube or in my LN. I think that's all from me. Thank you. See you.